What's up guys, Alpha Predator King Bradley here and welcome to another episode of World Championship where I examined my matches in the course of the World Championship 2015. So first of all I have to apologize if I didn't post any more videos. This is because I'm preparing my graduation, which happens the 27th of this month, so I'm pretty much busy in this period and I didn't have many time to record my Road to Rank series and future matches. So, and moreover, as you can see, I forgot to comment the first match, sorry, against A1 Auto versus my Milstalker. So in this episode, we will feature only 3 matches in one video. The first match with Milstalker against A1 Auto with Baduru, and the following 2 matches with Bloodfang versus A1 Auto and Bahrain. So let's jump in the first match. So why did I choose to play Milstalker? In my opinion, Milstalker is a very solid deck, sorry, and it has pretty much not so many bad matchup at all. And the only bad matchup are the decks packing a lot of Rapacious Vermin sometimes, or the old Grodery River, which is the Sorcerer of India right now, and decks sometimes some problems against a priests or rogues, but generally you have all the tools to handle those matches. The worst match, of course, is the direct damage matches. As you can see, direct damage destroys Milstalker, and for example, rush mages generally are a very big problem for this kind of archetype. So in this match, what I'm trying to do is just hide and survive till he finishes all his team. For instance, he is using his Corp Shifter to try to deal as much ability damage as possible, because he knows that at some point I will stealth and he will not be able to attack me anymore. So yeah, he dropped a couple of Corpse Shifter and a Death Mage Thaddeus, which I capture prey. I put a capture prey because the Death Mage Thaddeus is unique, so he can't play anymore. And that card is pretty much scary because it deals 2 damage per turn, so it pretty much nullifies my Lone Wolf ability. And the fact that he put an Emerald Crossbow is pretty much ideal for me, because now he can't play his Grounders Double effectively until he has enough Shadow Energy. So what he's doing at this point is trying to draw as much as possible and kill me with his Corporate Shifter, which is really bad at this point. But Milstalker has a lot of tools to deal with creators, as you can see. So I'm already at 14, but I will be at 16 the next turn, the following turn, and these creators are slowly dying. So my problem right now is to survive as much as possible against his ability damage, which is kinda cutting me 8 damage every turn, and yeah, 3 from the Corpse Shift, 6 from the Corpse Shifter, and 2 from the Death Mage Thaddeus. So, but if I remember well, at this point he doesn't have any more undead cards in his hand, so he just cannot spam the Corpse Shifter ability forever. At some point he has to finish all his undeads. Also because the Baduru plays a lot of drawing genes like Hunter's Gambit, which is pretty much stable for every Hunter deck, and at this point he's pretty much stacking. So my crescendo is growing and the clock is ticking, because when the Corpse Shifter will die, he won't have enough damage to kill me. So yeah, this match is pretty much annoying. I don't really like Milstalker, but I used it to gain as much advantage as possible in the World Championship. So yeah, another capture prey on the Enika ally. So I played the capture prey on the deathmage Thaddeus because I know that he is he finished is undead. He has not so many undeads in his hand, so maybe he's struggling and he won't deal the full damage of the corpse shifters. But I see he's drawing a lot. So what he's maybe doing right now is reviving is okay. Here comes the third corpse shifter. Is reviving the deathmage Thaddeus, deal me 2 damage and play the weapon to attack me because the only weapon that can attack me. But maybe he doesn't have a Grunder's double, or maybe he didn't play it because he has the weapon on the board, and because the weapon doesn't deal so much enough damage to me because the crescendo has had 3 health at that point. So why I'm playing full moon and the stealth? Because in the sometimes undead decks play a lot of play a lot of ability damage. So Rapacious Verming has pretty much a lot of sense in the deck. So what I did here is just full moon, and if we had the Rapacious Vermin I could lose, so I also stealthed. So yeah, playing another full moon, and the crescendo dies, killing all his allies. And because he draws the cards, the corpse shifter doesn't go on the hand. So at this point the match is pretty much in my favor because he only has 4 cards in his deck and is far away from me. The crescendo pretty much holds me alive because okay, now I play the Rindley to stop attacking the 2-2, but the Harbinger, but that was not the case. I'm doing this because I have plenty of resources in my hand. I'm trying to stop as much damage as possible, so he finishes his team really fast. Yeah. And yeah, this game is pretty much hide in all the games, so it's not really good. As you can see, I also used my Millstalker against in the following match of the World Championship without uh, playing against an Arabian deck, which is pretty much annoying in my opinion. But maybe my opponents was expecting that, so okay. It's okay, I'm playing a mill deck, I'm a bad person this time, so maybe I won't use it anymore. Because prepared deck can deal efficiently with Millstalker, so and sometimes that's the case. Okay, now my opponents lost team, lost cards, and without any card in his hand, he can deal me 18 damage in 1 turn. So the other kind of thing is that he's losing a lot of life for each turn. 2 because of the bazaar, 1 for the Loom of Fate, and 1 from the Sight of Fate. So I'm just holding back my ability and playing all of his loss to kill him. But the game is pretty much sealed, so he has nothing else to do. He can't do anything else at this point. So yeah, Sight of Fate. Okay, I'm discarding my cards, but no matter. He's just losing a lot of life. So for damage each turn, I can also deal the remaining damage with an Aldmar Accelerator. Yeah, I'm just playing the Furent Terror because yes, I know that he can attack the Furent Terror with the Grander's Double, which is what it does. But that's not the. It's not scary. I mean, there's nothing more he can do. So what he can do, yeah, is just remove the Furent, which is the move I didn't expect at all, but I have 4 Furent in my deck, so that's not a problem. Moreover, I don't need the Furent anymore because he has no more creatures, so the match comes down on when I will use the deal all of his lost if I will arrive to all of his lost. The 3 all of his lost in the bottom of my deck. So yeah, it's pretty much losing a lot of life points. Another crescendo to be sure, but the match is pretty much sealed at this point. And yeah, victory. In the previous match I lost because I didn't draw a. It started really fast and I didn't draw any lone wolf, so that was pretty much annoying for me because I drew a lot of cards and I drew the lone wolf really late in the match. It's okay because I'm playing a 60 card deck, so no problem. It's okay, happens. So let's see now. Let's jump on the Bloodfang matches, which is in my opinion really good. The first match and the second match are really close. So let's see. In my opinion, this is a really good opponent to test with. So I'm playing a thin Bloodfang deck. The same list, the same concept that I saw to the playing the RS Jainer. In my opinion, Bloodfanger is a really good hero, pretty much underestimated. Because the idea of this deck is just control the board early game with your Death from Above or Nair Mine, and then wait the 5th turn to drop your ability and play maybe a Riptide or better a Halfang to put in another creature and then play a Gliptooth. The Gliptooth has 6 health, so it's pretty much hard to take down, and it's not so easy to kill a 6 health in the 5th turn, especially if I killed your early game allies. So that's the case. He doesn't have any weapon, maybe, so got pretty lucky at this point because my Sujav could have been killed, but in my opinion the next turn a new weapon comes down. So what I'm doing is just Gliptooth, and so even if he drops a weapon, he has to drop a Warflail, which is what he does. So he pumps up his Warflail to kill my Gliptooth. But what happens is that my Gliptooth goes straight to in the bottom of my deck. So card. So pretty much really good. The combination of Suljo and Gliptooth. So as you can see, I mentioned Gliptooth a lot of times because in my opinion is the card that makes this deck round. So yeah. Suljo can kill easily your Blade Dancer, and at this point he is pretty much under in my opinion. What I can do is just drop creatures to the infinite, and when I come down to gain a pretty much solid board control, when I get a Vat of the Forest, the match is pretty much closed. So yeah, what he does is just attack my Gliptooth, but my Gliptooth protects me a lot, so yeah. Sujo goes for the Priest of the Light, Vat of the Forest, which is the card that seals the match in my opinion, and yeah, playing the Nair Mine because I want the Gliptooth alive and save my damage against the Warflail, because what I'm trying to do is shredding the Warflail as much as possible, because his stacking is not anymore, not so many cards in my opinion. Even if he has the Blood Frenzy, he has to wait somehow. So yeah, plays the Lion Seductress, but at this point I have 5 Shadow Energy. So what I can do is just regain the board, maybe play my Riptide, maybe playing a Halfling. So let's see what I do. Yeah, boom, a Riptide, really big. And then I can swarm the board, because every creature killed is an advantage for me till I have a Vat of the Forest. So yeah, that 6/7 is pretty much scaring him in my opinion. So yeah, what he's doing is doesn't need to use his hero power, and he draw the crippling blow, which is pretty much annoying in my opinion, but no problem. What I do is just attack with my allies, play a Gliptooth, which is pretty much staple, and yeah, close the kill the weapon. Even if my Bloodpack Shaman dies is okay. I'm trying to go for the throat at this point. Bloodpack Shaman dies but provides me one more card, so no problem. And yeah, so as you can see, I got this match because I have the board, I have the draw engine, so you can't afford to just kill and go for the throat like Amber's does with their weapon, because 4 damage, 3 damage each turn is pretty much good, and because the Jeweler's Dream pumps up your resources. So what he's trying to do is denying my board, but what happens is just I'm drawing a lot of cards. Next turn I will play another Glyptooth, the Glyptooth that bounced me with the retreat. Yeah, and another creature. So just going for the throat. That's all. And playing the Volvarelli on my Bloodpack Shaman and Volvan Scout. Yes. I am not attacking because I'm waiting to draw something interesting. So yeah, that's pretty much annoying because he can kill my Glyptooth after I did my pack to my card to take the Glyptooth in my hand. So yeah, now what I will do is just kill his allies with my cards, plenty of Nair Mines and stuff like that to kill the allies and control the board. That from above, yes. On the Aldon. So well, the match started really bad for him, in my opinion. The turn when he skipped the weapon was really important, maybe. So yeah, Halfling is just playing cards, Dread Wolf, and kill the weapon. So but at this point he can't afford to kill my allies if they have a lot of health, because we'll take a lot of damage. Moreover, the Blood Frenzies killing him, and he has not so many resources to deal with my big threats. And the fact that he had not time to kill my Wrath of the Forest put me in a very good position. So let's jump fast on the third match. This is a very long episode featuring 3 matches, especially with one with Muddstalker. So this match went completely in a different way. Because first of all he started, and Amber Rain when he starts is really good because you can drop a weapon and 1 turn early, and he still has the Shadow Energy to do. And because he's playing a haste version, in my opinion, the Yardblade Dancer is pretty much a threat turn 2, because he can just Yardblade Dancer, then I drop a 3 health allies turn 2, but even if my deck doesn't have that actually. So the turn 3 he plays the Fleet-Footed Messenger, and turn 4 what he does is pump the attack, so he comes to 3, and then play an Aldon the Brave, and the Fleet-Footed goes to 4. And this is pretty much scary for me. So yeah, what he does, he has 3/3 on the board and the draw engine pretty early. And in my opinion, I didn't expect Priest of the Light coming from Amber Rain, which are pretty good because they are denying my resources to go. And the important part of Bloodfang is that it relies a lot on his Shadow Energy power, because you can potentially turn 5 play 3 creatures. The first one with the first one is Howlfang, which you play with your hero power. Then comes the second creature with Howlfang, and turn 5 you can play a Glyptooth. So what you have is 3 creatures with 1 protector and 6 health, and 6 plus a lot of damage on the board. 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 damage on the board and the protector. So it's pretty much scary in my opinion. So what is happening here is dropping all of his resources and tries to deny my board to stop. So potentially the ideal play for me at this point will be a hero power, Halfang, and creator and Glyptooth. But even if I remember well, I didn't play any Glyptooth. or any halfling. So yeah, playing Wrath of the Forest, but since he has a lot of resources on the board, his draw, he has the weapon, he has the Visca. It's pretty much hard for me to maintain the Wrath of the Forest on the board. Moreover, what he can do is just play a Smashing Blow. And maybe he doesn't have, but at this point he doesn't need, because my Wrath of the Forest is already at 2 health, and my last is disabled, and I have no cards in my hand. So this is pretty much bad in my opinion. Maybe the problem is that I didn't draw. Instead of the Glyptot, I could play a Riptide, but I didn't draw no Riptide, neither a Halfling, which pretty much opens the match for me. So yeah, that pretty much suck, in my opinion. So yeah, that was a really good start from him. A lot of Little Messenger, Visca, the Alliance Doctors, the Blood Frenzy, the weapon. So okay, and pretty much draw bad, because I think in this matchup I could take advantage of my hero power and my abilities that kill his early game allies, so he is not able to regain the board. But his draw and my lack of Riptides and Halfang closes the match. So yeah, the match is pretty much gone at this point. He's warmed the board, and Bloodfang, like all the Vulvanales, has no way to regain the board if the opponent's warmed. So 3 allies is okay, you can do that, but 4 to 6 allies and more you can't, if you don't have any creatures on the board. So what he does is just retreat with a full board ally, and I have no chance at this point. Yeah, just dropping the card to see, hey, I have a Nevermind, but never mind. It's okay, the opponent is really good, and what I try to do is just survive, but yeah, pretty much struggled. So what he does at this point, if I remember well, he plays a weapon and then Alon the Brave and seals the match. Don't remember. Yeah, 4, 3, 9. Yeah. And the match pretty much goes. So a really intense match, my opinion. Yeah, he kills me with the War Flail. He wants to do that. So in my opinion, pretty much a good opponent. So the matches were really close. Maybe it could have gone better for me. For example, the first match, I didn't draw the Lone Wolf, or I draw it really late. And in the fourth match, I didn't draw any Riptide or Bloodfang, but it's okay. The matchup was pretty much close from both sides, and the opponent was really good. Okay, is one of the star of a A1, which is a really good guild and really good players. So yeah, this is enough for this episode. Check out the incoming episodes, which will, in my opinion, come the next week, because I'm really busy, as I already said. So be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Bye!